Excuse me, my fellow gargoyles, we're back. Excuse me again. Time to bring some walls down. So, how about you tell me about what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in?
I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service.
What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg have troubles? Troubles have something to do with this? I will have to assume his goddamn gambling troubles. There we go. There we go.
What is that?
A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones.
With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral.
Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell?
But what is the relevance of these tickets?
The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he?
I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time.
Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets.
Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own.
You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg gambling wasn't restricted to horses, was it? Yeah, oh shit. There was also this. The lottery. Horse racing, he bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his... The fuck? That's got to have hurt his wallet. What the fuck? That's to hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious troubles, perhaps.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand?
Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any.
But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glad had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000.
Yeah, but...
It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it?
It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that.
Deep trouble? What do you mean?
Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Like, oh, not him. Furia Tiger. Fury. I'll just call him Tiger. The boss of the loan office called Tender Lender.
Tender Lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices.
Like you're the one to talk. Well, what do you think?
Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money.
No. I mean about Mr. Elg.
You think Glenn had something to do with this tiger?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them.
Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other. Yeah, that calendar, right? Yeah. Tiger, the Tiger is the boss of the loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the one thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt.
No. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of a debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think.
$100,000? Ouch!
But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear.
Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then?
Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money.
His talents?
I suppose he was talking about programming.
I see. What computer program is worth $100,000?
Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work.
I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Oh god, is it the CD? He's the... Oh my god. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber.
No!
Great, you broke it down now. Yeah, break the walls, yeah! Alright.
Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep.
You mean he was in debt?
Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky.
Risky? How?
Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tresby Inn. Where do you come up with these ideas, girl?
So it's safe to say that Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh?
The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market.
Inconceivable. Gumshoe was ripe for a change.
This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was the deadline for repaying his debts.
I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Okay.
Use the trash can, Nick.
That's fucking great. Okay. I'm out of here. Oh, right, I got her to deal with. Who? The fuck? What do you mean her? Shut up, man. Tenderlander, let's go. Yeah, now it's your turn to break your damn walls. Let's go. Alright, 4 of these damn locks, let's rock and roll. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently.
Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with... yes? Hold on. But that's a car bill, though. Let's see. Who on this? Alright, Armstrong. Yeah, that's the only thing. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident.
Let me see that. This bill is made out to them, these guys.
Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do these people have to do with me?
Oh, God. Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Okay. Alright then. Her relationship with the car is very strong, and this is why. I mean, for God's sakes, there's the grandpa, him. I know exactly who you are, Viola. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you?
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much.
Okay, you hit Tiger.
Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but... I took a blow to the head. A bad one.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola card thieves, right?
I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard.
Ran away?
If they stayed, I have...
Is it possible could this person who committed the hit and run have been... Yeah, him. It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident.
It wasn't Don Tiger. I refuse to believe it.
You refuse to believe it, honey, but it is.
We collided the motorbike and my car. But Don Tiger isn't injured at all, is he?
It was the tiger who crashed, who caused Viola to crash. I could feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must have suspected it was him, too. I'm sorry, Miss... just Viola, whatever. But I prove that the tiger was involved in the traffic accident on his bike. There we go. Ding, 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 ding. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tiger rides around a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Viola, you know the truth, don't you? His repair bill was paid by a tiger. Your family have known for ages who caused the accident, didn't they?
It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true.
I knew it.
But Tiger still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive.
How much are we talking?
Very, very, very expensive.
Oh boy. She seems kind of hesitant about if he even made an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right?
After I recovered, Don Tiger told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him.
Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the grandpappy. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto, controls a lot of dubious cash, Wright. And you're his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of this man, do you think Mr. Tiger would have paid the money?
$1 million.
That's a lot of money for the operation. No fucking kidding. Jesus.
4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really?
Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big.
They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks? My grandfather ordered Don Tiger to pay $1 million in compensation, huh?
It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? It has to be related to our poisoning case somehow.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tiger said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather.
Oh.
Man. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruto's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse.
Damn. Oh boy.
feel so bad for Viola.
It's inexcusable.
Huh?
There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics.
Is everything alright, Nick?
Alright, because of the first trial.
Yeah, it's reminding him of his girlfriend.
Yeah, that bitch. We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair bill. Thrown into the trash. I don't think I need to do that, but okay. Okay. Back to the Tribulations. Oh.
Bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return.
Mr. Armstrong.
Ah, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Well, he's got nothing to say to yours fellas.
Ah, shit.
It's Tiger.
Oh, you could. Well, you said it right, but you know.
Come out from under the table, Maya.
Okay, hand it over.
What?
You always want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, no.
Uh-oh. I think he wants Viola papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Viola trusted you. That's why she said that and she helped you.
Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. Those want to know what's said? I'll tell you what's said. It ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruno's little girl? Now that's sad.
I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off.
Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There are two of us here. You got that? Two. Oi.
Mr. Armstrong?
Forgive me. Sorry, I can't argue with him.
Oh my god! Ugh. That really hurt.
Is that all you's got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get the lighter.
Wait!
Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright.
That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence. On it, pal.
Gumshoe!
Who's here?
Detective Gumshoe!
Detective? You always think you're gonna stop me, Cupper? Beat it, good.
Wow! Come on, Gumshoe. Keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. But... Go, pal, and take this. You won't get hurt. Who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? Alright. Thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind.
What a trooper! I'll get even with that guy tomorrow. In court. Tenderlender is going down.
Gotta Marvel.
God damn, Gumshoe was freaking kicking ass.
I mean, I don't know if he was kicking ass or getting his ass kicked, but damn, he saved our asses.
No kidding. Well, good thing for that we're done with this.
Yeah, it sucks this is like this little episode.
Yeah, why don't we do a little bit of the trial?
Fair enough. You know what? Fuck it. You're right. Let's do that. Let's save. We'll do part of the trial. Or at least get to the point of the trial, I guess. I don't know. Alrighty, let's rock and roll.
Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery.
That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes.
No. That wasn't doubt. That was, determination. Yeah.
Why don't I believe you? It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you.
Yep. Hey, pal. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this will help.
Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too?
Not in a million years, pal. Why did it fucking just swap from one side to the other?
Who knows?
Don't tell me you don't remember this thing. I do. Come to think of it, it doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. This is a small bottle that turned up in Trespian's kitchen a couple of days ago.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label on either.
And it doesn't smell.
What is it, man? We finally got the analysis back from the lab.
So, what is it? Is it the poison?
I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication. Oh my god, is this the medication for the guy's fucking ear? Jesus Christ.
Medication?
Yeah, for years. Typical use of only, apparently. For years? You mean... Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elg's ear medication doing in the kitchen? Found covered in unidentified fingerprints in the kitchen. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but... that's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today, got it? Today's trial. I'm going to expose that guy for what he's done, or my name isn't Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, you get it, Felix.
Alright, let's do this. Probably do like maybe one testimony and that'll probably be it.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims he has witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark of the rim of the cup shown that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Gunnett. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left ear drum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear.
It's amazing how many contradictions a single case could have, huh, Nick?
Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning. We must turn with it. You lost me already, Mr. Gunnett. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved those contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles? The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in here. He was throwing us off the scent.
Okay.
And today I'll prove it. Very well. Let's the first witness take the stand.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, sorry.
And you are...
Oh, bonjour everyone. I'm Jean Armstrong, the owner and head chef of the Tribulations restaurant Enchanté.
Forgive me for asking witness, but are you a woman?
Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am le pert and perky gentleman, no?
I don't know how people think he's a fucking woman when he has that fucking goatee. Anyway.
On the day of the incident, you were in the Tribulations kitchen. Isn't that right?
And a fucking weird mustache.
With you, monsieur. Everything feels right.
Yeah? Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy?
Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened the day of the Tribulations.
Oui, for volunteers.
Volunteer, or whatever it's called. Oh, man.
When it all happened, there were 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with the new art decor like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Or perhaps it is what the old man was looking at. The cup, the earpiece, and the glasses. He would have seen everything in reverse, no?
The mirror?
Oui, a grand mirror, the most enormous mirror.
I'm sorry, what?
And suddenly the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. Now explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to the front. Back to front.
What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Very well, sir, very well. Okay.
Let's see. That looks right. Okay. Large mirror. Uh-huh. Look, wait. Glasses? Wait a minute, what glasses? He says there's no... Hold on a second, what? The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens on his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, no doubt. I don't know why I forgot to do the voice. Anyway, so to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, Mr. Kudo saw that as a reflection in a mirror. It means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side.
Exactamente. You see, monsieur, now that you think about it, it's not so hard, no?
Unfortunately, that's where we run into a momental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of the head? I mean, he's kind of freaking right about that.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror...
Jesus Christ.
Okay, man?
Oh, just give me that. Okay.
If the witness genuinely observed the victim's reflected in the mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye.
How bitter. Right, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time.
Are we talking about your coffee, or something completely different?
You don't understand the way the witness thinks.
How he thinks? You remember this, I presume?
I broke a vase. Sorry. Apology. Mr. Colonel's sworn testimony.
Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg? Clearly it's the victim's eyepiece. And that's my point. The old man strikes as HMD made a big impression on the old man.
Oh, hey, Robbie!
I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear his left ear?
Okay.
Well, trite.
That's the worst, but best impression of Kudo ever. I wasn't even trying to do an impression, but okay.
Wow, I really thought he was old Seedy for a minute there. God, it's good.
Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony.
Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash.
A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears.
Oh, I can explain. Please, if you will look at the plans of the restaurant.
Okay.
Eyes are ready for you.
Excuse me.
Hellos, is everyone sitting comfortably?
Yeah, sure.
The mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves.
Okay. The fuck?
There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim. That was the seat and at the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. Until a terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else. I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo would have seen the victim in the mirror. What a naughty little coquette I am, confusing all the men like this.
No.
Damn.
Oh, don't worry about it. We can keep up. Except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again.
I hate that guy.
You said you didn't touch anything else but apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that? Well, it is, of course. Very well, Miss Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
Yes, sir, I will do that.
Alright, uh-huh. Only one scene for which you can have seen an image of the victim. Okay. Alright. So that was the seat and the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. Uh-huh. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved a van out of the way. Floor plans, but yeah, again, it doesn't show the mirror on this. Okay. Damn. Crime photo. Oh. Hey, wait a minute.
What's up?
This is the crime photo.
Yeah, what about it?
The face is still there!
Huh? Oh yeah, it is.
So wait a minute, if he didn't break the vase... Wait a minute. I'm gonna curious what it... Oh my god, that fucking worked.
How in the world did that work?
I don't know. This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have heard, Your Honor.
A crime photo?
Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist.
What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist? Huh. Sounds like you're describing yourself, Trite. Now then, if your defense would please clarify its statement. What is this something that should not exist in this photo?
This fucking thing right here. I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be put in the picture.
The face? What possible connection does that have with this witness's testimony?
Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table. Because it very contradicts with this piece of evidence. Yeah, the freaking thing right here.
Nice one, Mom.
Anyway. There's one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Crudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all.
Objection! Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from.
Exactly. There's only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Trespian that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie.
Oh dear.
Don't try to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene.
But why? Why would he do that? Unfortunately, Mr. Goddard, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary, his own words. I did not touch anything else except the mirror.
Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day.
Enlighten this revelation, we're return back to the original problem.
Excuse me.
Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear which he couldn't hear? You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, Trite, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw?
If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it. Okay?
Are you going to be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick?
There's more than just one... There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya.
What do you mean?
Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradiction in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. Your doctor made a mistake? No. The victim was a phony?
Huh?
See if it works, man.
Alright. Oh my god. This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet there is one very simple answer that clears them all up.
And what is that?
The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events.
What?
Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Elg. What? Oh, you're telling me a tiger might have swapped bodies?
Oh, sorry, what?
Wait a minute. What? So wait, would that mean he died already? Way before? Hold on. You know what? I'm actually curious now. Now I'm confused. Yeah, wait a minute. That's right, because his time of death was between 1:30 to 2:30. But that, wait a minute. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, that's right, because this thing says 1:30. So that wouldn't add up, so he would already be dead way before then. What the fuck? Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. Oh, because it'd be a setup, so the person was already dead. When Armstrong said, fucking Kudo gone, that's when they sent him up.
Order the court. Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom.
Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, pal?
What did you say, you piece of shit?
Damn. Right, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup?
Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of the one Victor Kudo.
Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that?
Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was the serving girl brought him a Javicano, but she put something in it. That's the serving girl right there in the defense chair, and remember her well. Right. Okay.
It's so hard to believe, but...
There was one and the only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee.
Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening.
That's right. Well, witness, if your restaurant really was the scene of such theoretics, you would have known about it, correct?
Ooh la la, this is the most difficult for me.
No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath after all. Was there in fact a phony at Trespien that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened.
The defense request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day.
Oi. You gonna end the episode?
Fuck no, we're gonna consider we're done with this fucker at least.
Alright, fine.
The victim, Monsieur Elg, came to my restaurant alone.
Okay.
I remember a little old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When got word he won the lottery, Mon Elg became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later, suddenly poisoning as it occurred. There was no time for a phony to do the acting.
No, not then, but when you took out Kudo out.
Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all. She was the man partner, forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted these mess to be cleared up quickly. What you have just done is commit pure perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you later.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Brr. Excuse me. Oh, man.
For now, we will hear your cross-examination, Mr. Wright, if you please, before Scourge fucks up again.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm fucking like... That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, okay, bitch. Damn! Why you have to be so mean?
He took that pre-jury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Here we go. Alright, let's see. I wanna know, time-wise. My old man, you mean Victor Kudo, right, correct?
Oi, it comes often for my special coffee.
I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience.
Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime.
I said it was worth one sip, and nothing more.
So Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim? Yeah, I should ask about the arrival in more detail. Yeah, what time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived?
Oh no, I can't remember, monsieur.
I believe we were told by a witness yesterday.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by some kind of scary old man, sir. 2:25.
Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness?
The incident happened about 20 minutes after Eve arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10 p.m., Mom.
Just after 2, huh?
Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful.
I can't sit here all the time and do nothing, can I? The time of the day will be added to the witness's testimony.
Oh, monsieur Judge, everything I do, I'll do it for you.
Rocopian, that's French, isn't it?
I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He's even humming a song to himself.
Great. Ugh. Okay, Yeah. You're very excited. Wait a minute. So it's just after 2. Wait a minute, no, because he was already freaking excited because of the damn thing.
Yeah, because of the ticket.
Yeah. Yep. The evidence clearly reveals. Oh, bro. It's not related. They aren't, are they? Fuck. Whoops. My bad. I mean, no, wait a minute. Maybe the wrong ticket. Maybe this ticket? Oh my god, why that ticket? That makes no sense.
Oh, because of that song thing.
Yeah, what the fuck? Okay. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong.
What do you mean?
At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Oh, wait, what? Each week they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket.
Wait, that must be the show Mon Elg was listening to.
I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright.
I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant at 2 p.m., correct?
Oi, I'm sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time, because I just finished serving the lunch menu.
Get to the point, Wright, if you have one.
That show was broadcast at live at 1:30 p.m. and it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life.
Ugh, it's on the air at 1:30?
Now, supposedly the victim made some noise when it was announced that he won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time.
No.
This victim we've been told about this has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over. There's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs in Trespian that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer. And the phony Glen Elg acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness.
It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy? Why, the performance, Wright. You were almost on a roll.
Huh?
But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song.
What is this? Music Theory 101?
Let's recap. According to your imaginative theories, now just after 2 p.m. The phony elk is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elg is?
I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court, however, for this court. However, at that time the real Glen Elg was already dead.
That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Thank you, Wright. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say.
But what?
Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to?
The missing corpse?
According to the old man's testimony, there were only one other customer there. That customer was the phony Glen Elg. Then where did the real killer hide the body of the real victim? The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body?
Yes, Your Honor.
No conjecture, Wright. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Evidence?
What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden?
I thought I had him with a contradiction. But he turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. Elg concealed?
I would assume inside. Because why would you have it outside? It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tribulations.
Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you could care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. The exact location where the body was concealed inside Tribulations is in the kitchen. That'd be the best way to hide it. The body was hidden here.
I see. Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where is the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location?
The bottle, bitch! Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle?
No. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use the very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interesting enough, Your Honor. It was found in the kitchen of Tribulations.
Okay. But I only use the bottles for my aromatherapy oils.
But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
What kind of medication?
I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elg visited this clinic and was given medication that day.
You can't be serious.
The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle matched the prescription that was given to Mr. Elg. Glen Elg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
Mon Dieu.
Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
No.
Order! This is extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glen Elg?
Never. How could you know such an horrible thing?
What? Frickin' gun is working?
No. Mr. Gunnett? The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules.
Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now?
And I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, Sean. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend?
Demand pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor. Yo habla español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish.
I'm only gonna ask you once. Did you do it?
None. Absolutely none.
Let's hear it. You got one shot, right, Gramps?
Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Garnett's coffee mug awaits you. And so does my gavel. Oh, it is clear.
What do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Very well, begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong.
Yeah, we're gonna have to end it there. And so this is the final one. Dude, it's bound to be a freaking hour.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to use that last testimony and then move on to the next one.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe the next one's gonna be a long one, too.
Isn't that always the case, though?
Fair enough. Well, anyway, my fellow gargoyles, hopefully you enjoyed the episode. If you did, you know the drill. You know the things at the bottom. We'll see you guys next time.
That's right.